Hi everybody, this is Barbara's Den. Welcome back, welcome back. Today I want to talk about Bitcoin and how I feel like 2020 was the best year ever for me and a whole lot of other people. Um, Especially for children in certain communities. They don't have to go to school and they could be taught from home. They don't have to go to school and be put up with the violence in the school that's coming from the students and the staff. So that's one good reason. That's one reason I say that was a super positive year for people. For me, it's super positive because um, though I've been into Bitcoin for since 2013, trying to get into it and understand it and get my footing in it. Um, COVID, I finally see it going up and got back into it, and now my footing is into it compared from 2013 and 2017. That's why 2020 is another super positive year from my perspective. But now, if you've been following Bitcoin, and I'm with this company called Money Time, is how I started getting my footing back into the Bitcoin. So if you're involved with that, getting signed up and making money, then you've been learning about Bitcoin and how to buy Bitcoin and exchange it into XLM, and then XLM transferred into the Money Time, and then you sell the courses that I think are very, very good courses. I've learned a lot from it. And it's information I did not have before then. People say you can go there online and learn all this and that. But the bottom line is the majority of people are not actually online learning it. But this is one way that they can pay $10 and get into Money Time, and you can and you have a license to sell the courses to other people, and you get in there and you watch the courses and you learn. I learned a lot, especially about Bitcoin. I learned a lot about law and attraction and manifesting. It's a lot of stuff I already knew, but there are a lot of stuff in there that I didn't know that I was able to use to get myself in line with building income for myself. Now, we see lately that Bitcoin is going down, and when I looked at it, started going down and up, very volatile, very volatile. So from my perspective, I saw that Bitcoin would fall because it went up. It was at 20,000, and then it went to 18,000, and then it went back to 20,000, and then it went up, and it hit 30,000. Now that I see it, it seems to be stagnant at 30,000. So my thing is, when it hit almost 42,000, you know everything goes up, got to come back down. So it came back down, and I say it will level at 30,000 at the present. If I look at it at the present, it's at, let me take a look. I got it on. Right now, it's at $32,576.83. It was at 31,000 earlier. So it's teetering between 30,000 and 35,000, or 35,000. So it'll be between 30,000 and just below 36,000 is where it's teetering at, and it's kind of been slowed down. So with this article right here, I'm seeing this as one of the reasons why Bitcoin is not so volatile, and during that volatile time is where we would buy our Bitcoins because I mostly got mine in Cash App, a couple $100 in Cash App, and I got a few in blockchain. I got some coins in Atomic Wallet, and I got a few in Coinbase. a few XLM in there. But anyway, with this right here, I see that Bitcoin is going stagnant. And as it goes stagnant, well, before it went stagnant, you pull your profits out. I showed my son how he could use Cash App. He bought Bitcoins, but he didn't know what else to do with it. So I showed him how he would pull his profits out. He had $20 profit in there. Then once he understood it, and when it went that big jump up, he saw $60 profit, and he pulled his $60 profit out, kept his base in there, didn't touch it. And so if you weren't doing that during that time, you didn't benefit from what they call a bear rush with the Bitcoin. So that's what I did, and I'm trying to help a lot of other people. Those that listen, they benefited. Those that didn't, well, it's mindset. But anyway, now we see that bear run has kind of like stagnated. I take what I had left as my base. I took that out when it was around 36,000. I took my base out, and this got it in my Cash App. And as you see now, it's down to 31. So I had not taken it. If I had not taken that and just put it in my Cash App while it was at 36, then I would have lost all of that. And then I did the same thing with blockchain. When it was at 36,000, I took my Bitcoin that was there and I put it in the XLM. Because now XLM was 7 cents when I came in, 14 cents when I bought it. Now XLM is at 30 cents. So that's why that's why you exchange your coins around, so to make money for you. Now to this article right here. It says Bitcoin loses near 200 billion as JP Morgan warns it's the least reliable dollar hedge. So with them saying that, what happens? Bitcoin is down to 32,000. Let me refresh and see if it's still there. Still at 32,000. Okay, refresh. Okay, refresh. Okay. It's still at 32,612.69. So that's where it's still at the moment. Now, according to Jonathan, whoever his last name is, according to Jonathan, it says, top line, the price of Bitcoin is tanking nearly 10% Thursday, which is today, tacking on to massive losses as bearish calls from regulators and analysts heightens after a huge surge fueled by still booming institutional adoption. So this right here tell you in a nutshell, this is why Bitcoin right now has, to me, seemed to, without lack of a better word, collapse and stagnant at 30 to 32,000. It's basically stagnant around an average of 31,000 and 32,000. Right now it's at 32,000. So it's just stagnant there, just like it was stagnant for a while at 18,000 and 17,000. Right now it's kind of stagnant at 31,000, 32,000. It's back and forth between that. So this is why that is happening. And if you had not pull your base out and put it into another coin, then you would lose all of your base. Now, key facts. As of 12 p.m. Eastern, Bitcoin's 24-hour plunge has pushed prices down to their lowest levels in more than 2 weeks, wiping out roughly 180 billion in market value since a record high on January 8th, according to crypto data from crypto firm CoinMarketCap. And I have a CoinMarketCap um, wallet. Let me see. Yeah, I have a coin market wallet on my iPad desktop, my iPad, whatever they call it. And we see on here, looking at the Coinbase cap on here, it shows that Bitcoin is at the 32,600 something. And then, so, according to that, it says, according to that, and I have that on my iPad front page, whatever you call it. Most other top tokens are also plunging, with either XRP and Cardano down 7%. I don't have any XRP. I maybe got like $3 of XRP because I figured XRP was going to fall, and so any XRP I had, I put them into XLM. And XLM hasn't fallen like that because it was 7 cents when I came in somewhere around June of last year. It was around 7 cents. I had to figure out how to get the wallets and learn how to trade and exchange. And by the time I figured that out, it was at 14 cents. So I got my XLMs at 14 cents, and now it's at 30 cents. So my Bitcoins are in XLM, and I'm in my blockchain wallet. And in my Cash App, my Bitcoins, I put it back into the Cash App. So I didn't. So though I gained my profits, I didn't lose a lot of money. In the 24-hour plunge. Now, the article goes on to say, the analysis went on to say that Bitcoin is the least reliable hedge during periods of acute market stress, and observation that stands in stark contrast to Wall Street experts saying that investors have been flocking to the world's largest cryptocurrency as a legitimate hedge against inflation. That may have been what they were doing, but I wasn't flocking as a hedge against inflation. I was flocking as leverage to increase my income, to build my income. Inflation, now inflation is a whole nother perspective that he's coming at, but I'm not seeing it from an inflation perspective. Even though in my research and learning and gaining knowledge, I now understand what inflation is and how and what inflation does and why there's inflation. But that's a story for another time. Now, meanwhile, President Biden, Treasury Secretary, nominated Janet Yellen, who could be overseeing critical bureaus like the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, so you could turn Bitcoin into a crime. Okay, let's read on. And the Internal Revenue Service called cryptocurrency of particular concern on Tuesday. So today Thursday. So on Tuesday they consider cryptocurrency to be connected to crime, and hired Janet Yellen, and therefore crypto plunged, and people lost billions, 180 billions of dollars. So that is what's happening. So that's what happened. So what they say, they suggest lawmakers take action to curtail their use. So they want lawmakers to take actions to curtail the use of cryptocurrency. Okay. Particularly to ensure that they are not used for illicit financing. So you're going to curtail it so they is not used for illicit financing. I wonder if they do that to make sure dollar bills aren't used for illicit financing. Anyway, that's not stopping institutional players from diving further into the space. Investment giant BlackRock filed documents with the Securities and Exchange Commission on Wednesday to include cash settled Bitcoin futures as eligible investments for two of its funds. So Bitcoin has to be included in what they call a cash, what they say, include cash settled Bitcoin futures as an eligible investment. So you will have to put your Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash. But I know they got Bitcoin USDT, which is Tether, and they got Bitcoin USDC. So I've been into it, getting into it, playing around with it, learning it, practicing, and understanding how to use it. And they doing all of that. I understand what this is. So Bitcoin have to deal with putting it into cash. Anyway, it's cash meaning dollars, I guess. Critical quote. Now, Bitcoin is showing some vulnerability at the end of such a strong month. It was seeing some pressure at 34,000 Wednesday. Yep, because I think it was Wednesday when I was around 35,000 or around 36,000 Wednesday when my intuition said, I think it just kept nudging me to take to a exchange all my Bitcoins into the Cash App, and those on blockchain put it into another coin. XLM is one coin, and I got some other coins that I have turned Bitcoin into because they are not as volatile. And when Bitcoins go back up, these coins could well go up with them because Bitcoin seems to have affects other coins as far as it's like a magnet. They are drawing them up with them. Bitcoin goes up, some draws, some goes up, some goes down, some go up a little bit, some kind of level out at a certain point, like the XL. Now, Craig, Wednesday, 34,000. It was seeing some pressure at 34,000 Wednesday, and it has since buckled, making a run at 30,000. Yep, just like I say, it will go to 30,000, and then it will level out there. It will come down from 40,000 and land at 30,000, which is what I was seeing from my perspective. Now they say the run at 30,000 highly likely, noted Oanda senior market analysis Craig Erlom Thursday morning. That's what he said Thursday morning. That it buckled, making a run at 30,000. Highly likely, noted. See, that's not a clear thought in my head. Okay. It was seeing some pressure at 34,000 Wednesday and has since buckled, making a run at 30,000. Highly likely. Okay. Now I got it. Highly likely. Craig Erlom Thursday morning. Now, this level looks very vulnerable, and a break below it is bad news in the near term for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. He added before saying he'd be less surprised if prices plunge to 20,000 before they break new highs. Now, that's just what I was thinking. And I think I was mentioning this to my husband over there. I said, now, based on what happened in 2013, when I was just hearing about Bitcoin and getting into it, trying to figure it out, but I could not get my foot into it because it was almost impossible to get into it because of the errors and the glitches and whatever. Then 2017, when it went from, I think 27, I think back then it was somewhere, I think by 2017, where it plunged to 3,000, and then it by 2017 it plunged to 3,000, and then it went up to 20,000. So, and it stayed there for 3 years. Now we're in 2021. From my perspective, I see this. I see this as being truthful from my understanding that he won't be surprised if the prices plunge to 20,000. And that's what I say. I say now it'll probably plunge back to 20,000 where it got started. I said now I doubt if it will plunge to 3,000 where it was before it hit 20,000. I said now it'll probably fall back to 20,000 because I started getting into it at 17, 18,000. It could very well fall that low, but everything comes up, comes down. But everything that comes down, that don't die, it revitalizes itself. The roots that got it started or whatever, because everything don't die. Some things live, and it grows back. So that's how, and that's what I see is going to happen today. So I kind of see that too. That Bitcoin will probably plunge to 20,000. And anybody who got their money in the Bitcoin, they need. A lot of people already got their Bitcoin in Bitcoin in the other currencies. So we gonna need to see what these other currencies gonna do. They got some like the G999. They got some like all other kind of coins. The G99, that's a whole nother coin. They say it's supposed to come up and go big. Me, I don't have the money that. Well, I'm not. I like what they're doing with G99, but right now it's out of my budget to get that kind of money, transfer that, and do this and that. If I was in an income range, I would, but I'm not. But I'm only playing in the realm where my money benefits me. My money can make money. It may not be the 1,000 that some people are putting in, but my few in my tens, making $20 here, $100 there, $50 in that realm like that, and that'll build. So those of us who don't have a lot of money, you take the money you have and you use it wisely to pull yourself up out of a mindset that have you in a certain way where, and I've said it a few times, I didn't come to work. I didn't come to earth to work and make other people money. And then I get a piece of it and try to figure out how to live. That ain't why I come here. I've experienced that, and now I'm moving on. Now, big number. 926 billion. That's the current market value of cryptocurrency, according to CoinMarketCap. According to CoinMarketCap. Now, that's down nearly 200 billion. That's a lot of money. Following a record 1.1 trillion earlier this month. 1.1 trillion, that's a lot of money to be down. Now, that's a lot of money to be down. With nearly all the losses fueled by Bitcoin. Think about it. All the losses fueled by Bitcoin. The current market value of cryptocurrency itself is down nearly 200 billion, falling a record 1.1 trillion earlier this month. So it's down 200 billion come already from Tuesday when JP Morgan said what they said, and it was already down 1.1 trillion. And for some reason January 8th is coming into my mind. Okay. What to watch for? Yellen's not the only Biden nominee with a critical eye on crypto. Gary Gensler, the president nominee to head up the SEC, is a former banker who in 2018 said that cryptocurrency, including Ether and XRP, are akin to securities. So I guess all of that. I look at that. I watch the courses on what happened to Bitcoin in 2008 with all of this that they're talking about. So even though I didn't, Bitcoin at that time wasn't a part of my knowledge, I understand how we got to 2013 when it became a part of my knowledge, and up to now. So in December, the SEC charges Ripple Labs, the firm behind XRP, and I'll be telling people about that. Why I told my son, I said, well, you're going to need, he said he took all his XLM and put them in XRP. I told them you need to get some XRP, some XLM. So it was 7 cents at the time, so he bought like 600 XLM at a time. And he paid like, well, he bought like $49 worth, something around $49 worth of XLM. And then he said he had XLM, but he had put them all in the XRP because he thought XRP was going to go big like Bitcoin, which didn't happen. So what he had in XRP, he went and put them in, he went and traded XRPs in XLM. And now you see XLM, Stellar Lumens, is where? At 30 cents. And he bought them at 7 cents. Then he went and took his XRP and put them in XLM. So you can see where those who listen to me, my limited knowledge and understanding, and I'm sharing it with other people, see how he benefited. Anyway, and two of its executives with conducting an unauthorized security offering. In its complaint, the SEC alleged XRP is a security and therefore subject to the agency regulatory purview. XRP prices are down more than 60% since then. Back then, I think it was 2013, XRP and Ripple, a lot of people was buying XRP and Ripple. I was just trying to get some Bitcoin. XRP and Ripple, I researched and my study on it, and I don't really, I'm going to stick with Bitcoin, and that's what I did back then in 2013 and 2014. Now, XRP prices are down more than 6%, read it already. Meanwhile, an SEC director declared in 2018 that Ether was not a security, but he stopped short of making the declaration permanent. So he said Ether was not a security. See, in Ethereum, I think Ether is Ethereum. And a lot of people are trying to get it there because these people just, I don't focus on any coin. I look at all of them. With the Ethereum and all that was going up, how people making their money. But you got to keep your eye on the areas where there are situation going on with it, and you need to be making your understanding from that. Okay, XRP is going through this and going through that. Okay, I'm gonna need to invest in my XRP or whatever in some more in a different coin. Hopefully a coin that we can see why it would have a tendency to rise, and you can make income off of that. Now, future readings, further readings. So these are just other articles on it. The article that says a sudden 100 billion Bitcoin sell-off is dragging down the price of all major cryptocurrencies. Now that is except one. I might want to click on to see what that one is, because I want to think it's XLM, because XLM, when I bought it, was 14 cents, and it's at 30 cents last I looked. So it may be another one that I don't know about, so I might look at it and see if I might want to put some of my Bitcoins into that. Then they got one called BlackRock fires to add Bitcoin futures to funds. So they want to take Bitcoin futures. So I'm going to need to do a little bit more studying on futures because I hear a lot about futures, but I didn't want to get into futures and margins and options. I didn't want to get into that. I just wanted to buy some stocks, see it rise or whatever. Buy some Bitcoin, see it rise, whatever. Now understanding, take my profits out and keep my base there, watch it rise, and then put your base into something else, which is at the moment. Why you would want to take your Bitcoin base and put it into another coin, so you won't lose your base. Anyway, Ether market value surges $20 billion in one day. Ether market value surges then in one day while Bitcoin prices slow. Here's why. Then the last article says crypto market erases 200 billion in market value in 24 hours. Regulator warns investors could lose all their money. Okay, crypto market erases 200 billion in market value in 24 hours. And then the regulators warn investors you could lose all your money. Yeah, you're going to lose all your money. Once you see it fall, and if you leave your base there, back way down the regular stock market where you buy actual stocks, you can't do what you can do now. You can take your Bitcoins and put them in another coin as a cash out, put it back into your cash out, and sell it back into your cash out. So you can do that. Stock market is a whole different thing. But anyway, but that's it for this article. For this, but basically, what I'm saying with this is, Bitcoin has had its bear run, and now it's plunged down. So I think it's gonna go as low as 30,000 right now, and it's at 32,000. Last I looked, it was at 32,000. Let me refresh. It's still at 32,368. And I believe, like the article says, it may plunge as low as 20,000 back to where it got started at the last year when it started the bearish run, and it's going to go back up. But once these regulators, JP Morgan, whatever, not doing whatever they're doing, and people are losing 1.1 billion earlier this month and 200 billion in the last 24 hours. It's a lot of money to lose. Me, I haven't really lost any money, but then I'm working with what people call pocket change. And for some people, it's considered pennies. So that's what I'm working with. I'm not trying to lose my little pennies, my little pocket change that some people would consider it. Just in here learning it, figuring out how to be in be a part of a system where I'm making money, not working and paying excessive taxes. But I'm in this group where I'm paying my taxes and using the the different things they have out there to save on paying taxes. I'm not in a millionaire status, but I still would like to hold on to my little pocket change and not lose it, pay the taxes on my pocket change or whatever has to be done as far as to live in this system of things. But I definitely do not want to be a part of definitely do not want to be poor and poverty stricken, trying to figure out this and that, whatever. But anyway, if you're in this bear run, I hope you move your base from cash out to cash from cash out, the Bitcoin from cash out, and put it into your cash out, and I just leave it there. And if you got it in other wallets, you trade your Bitcoin into other coins that are not as volatile, that are not plunging. You want to know what coins you do not want to put it into that where it's going to stick on. Let's say you're going to take your Bitcoin and put it into Ripple XRP. That will not be a good idea. And you look at the different coins that could very well, when Bitcoin go back up, Bitcoin pull it up, and then you make some money from that coin. And then after you make some money from that coin, let's say XLM, you can take some of that profit from XLM and buy back into Bitcoin. So anyway, that's it from the perspective of Barbara. Then, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, rather, likes on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.